Hello everyone, welcome to Tactics for Tomb. Today we are looking at Kil'jaeden on Heroic difficulty. This video assumes you are familiar with the fight on normal difficulty. Let's get started. First, a single missed Armageddon will likely result in a wipe. The blast itself does too much damage and the dot it leaves is even more devastating, ruining your healer's mana when they need to conserve. Fellclaws will deal damage in a cone, so everyone must stay away from Kil'jaeden's front except for the tank with aggro. Tank damage is very similar to how it was on normal. Shadow reflections will now appear during the first phase. While these will deal increased damage by being nearby each other, because DPS is such an important factor at the beginning, they should instead be stacked right behind the boss and AoE'd down. Additionally, the rupturing singularities throughout the fight will knock you back much more. Because of this, positioning of the boss nearby the center at the start is important, and people should keep themselves angled so that they will be launched to a corner. The first singularity will always be in the center. Whichever tank did not start the fight aggroed by Kil'jaeden should soak the first Armageddon hail. Finally, while it is possible to complete the fight while letting 2 Armageddons occur in the first phase, this will provide unnecessary stress to your healers and make the fight more difficult later on. Try to make the push to 80% without time warp in the first phase before the second Armageddon is cast. The intermission is very similar on normal except for more rupturing singularities. Additionally, each player soaking Focus Dreadflame should stay 5 yards away from other players or else they will damage allies with a small burst. Have the first Armageddon hail of this intermission soaked by the tank without Fellclaws, and then the last Armageddon hail of the intermission soaked by the other tank. When Kil'jaeden lands again, he will continue his attacks following almost exactly like in normal difficulty. Use Time Warp for this phase. Deal with this phase in the same way, with still dealing with rupturing singularities correctly and soaking Armageddons using immunities for the larger ones. However, now after a while, the tank with aggro will create their own shadow reflection. Range should focus it down, and melee can join once it's not in front of Kil'jaeden. As usual, once Kil'jaeden reaches 40% health, he will go into the darkness phase. Aim to move Kil'jaeden towards a corner before he starts casting Deceiver's Veil, as this makes the ads spawn near him and saves a lot of time and healer mana in your kill. Deal with this phase like in normal. Finally, once you reach the last phase, Kil'jaeden once again becomes attackable. Use a personal cooldown for the first Darkness of 1,000 Souls as it hits like a truck. Deal with bursting a Focus Dreadflame like usual. These mechanics are no different from earlier. The obelisks will near one-shot players, so be careful with them. Tear Rift also does more damage and pulls players in more aggressively when they're inside the radius. Make sure to only dip in and out for the Darkness of 1,000 Souls casts, aiming to be in for closer to 1 second. Finally, every once in a while, Kil'jaeden will create a flaming orb shown by a big red pillar over a large swirly. This will spawn after a few seconds and fixate the nearest player, following them. Have a mobile ranged move nearby the orb while the rest of the raid stays away from it. Sometimes it will spawn under the boss, so he will need to be moved. Whoever the orb fixates needs to kite it as long as they can, making sure to not explode it until it's near wherever one of the rifts are. This is because the rifts will suck into fire and get rid of it. Aside from this, stay calm throughout the whole phase and focus up. This phase is considered by many to be the easiest one based on your healer's mana. Burn down the boss and enjoy your loot. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your kill.